sports machine.
Sexy Tuesday on your frequency of champions. It is time once again for the Sports Machine, only on Sports Radio 88.9 Brila FM. Tell your friend, tell your foe, it is time for action. My name is Anthony Beke Deremo, and cap for this one has to be Ifeanyi Chukwu. Vitalis Udeze, former player of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Sharafaddin Akani Bello tried to play football, but he's not savvy. He's right here playing on the console, pressing the right buttons. What about Overdose? Yes, Chidozie Okoreji Jefta, he's right here. Of course, the man them called Josh Ike Okole, all the way from Nanka, is right here on the Sports Machine. Mohamed Salih is capped for this one. Yinka Oyedele is also capped for this one as we set sail. It's all about action from the world of sports. Let's go international, where a Japanese medical expert has claimed that next year's Olympics and Paralympics in Tokyo, Japan are at a risk without a COVID-19 vaccine. Professor Yoshiharu Matsura from the Research Foundation of Microbial Disease of Osaka University has said the Japanese government was focusing on developing a vaccine to ensure the Tokyo Games could happen. Work to develop a COVID vaccine, a COVID-19 vaccine, has been progressing at a rapid pace around the world, with Russia's President Vladimir Putin claiming that the vaccine had been developed in his country. This has been met with skepticism. However, Masura of Japan also warns against a Russian vaccine, even though the Tokyo Games may be very dependent on it. Elsewhere, Japanese number one tennis star, when you look at the man, Kei Nishikori, his preparation for the upcoming US Open may have been thrown into doubt after he tested positive for COVID-19. Nishikori has withdrawn from the Western and Southern Open. Yes, the US Open warm-up event that has been moved from Cincinnati to New York City because of the coronavirus pandemic. Following his positive test, the 2014 US Open runner-up and Olympic bronze medalist has not yet revealed his plans for the Grand Slam event at Flushing Meadows, which begins on August 31st. His positive test came just 24 hours before he was due to leave his base in Florida for New York. It is still the Sports Machine on Sports Radio 88.9 FM. Let's talk some football this morning because FIFA Secretary General Fatma Samura has claimed that member associations are strongly united and they are behind the president of FIFA, Gianni Infantino, despite criminal proceedings being opened against him, and that the case in Switzerland was not considered a big issue amongst them. Samura said that there were almost no questions about the investigation into Infantino's meeting with Swiss Attorney General Michael Loba during recent virtual discussions with FIFA members. Infantino, who denies any wrongdoing, spoke to the heads of 180 member associations during the meetings, and Samura claimed that they had expressed total and unconditional support for the under fire FIFA president. The comments from FIFA's Secretary General Samura marks the latest example of a recent positive public relations drive from World Football's governing body following the opening of the criminal proceedings last month. Let's of course talk about Barcelona this morning. They have a new coach, but one man who's also a Barcelona legend, a Cameroonian legend, an African legend. Samuel Eto'o Fils has been talking. He says Barcelona should do everything possible to ensure that Lionel Messi goes nowhere. Barcelona, of course, have now denied that Lionel Messi told them during the weekend that he wants to quit following that 8-2 annihilation at the hands of FC Bayern Munich. As for Samuel Eto'o, he says if Messi were to leave the club, Barcelona should just change their name. Change your name, because Messi is Barcelona and Barcelona is Messi. Elsewhere, let's tell you about Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger is in the news. He has approached the Dutch Football Association, the one they call the KNVB. He wants to replace the new coach of Barcelona, Ronald Koeman. That's according to reports in Holland. The 70-year-old Arsene Wenger, the Frenchman, has been working as the head of global football development at FIFA since his time at Arsenal. 22 years at Arsenal came to an end. That was in May in 2018. Now Arsene Wenger wants to go back to football management and he wants to manage the Oranje, the senior national team of Holland. That's it from the international scene. Let's take a break. Let's go for a breather. When we come back, we'll take action from the local scene. This is the Sports Machine.
When the fans asked for more, we at Sports Radio 88.9 FM gave them 4 wishes and a magical line. It simply means when you call 0700000889, you're routed through 4 different lines. So when you dial the magical number 0700000889, you get through to us on 4 lines. That means you have 4-in-1 chance of having your voice heard on your favorite radio station. So go ahead and start dialing. It's the 4-in-1 package from the home of the fans. Here comes the Sports Machine.
The Sports Machine on Sports Radio 88.9 FM. Let's go to one man. We talked about Arsene Wenger served Arsenal for 22 years. And that time he was the longest serving manager in the Premier League. One man currently is the Arsene Wenger, the Sir Alex Ferguson of Nigerian football. His name is Stanley Eguma. Stanley Eguma says he has one dream, and that dream is to one day coach the Super Eagles of Nigeria from Dolphins to Rivers United. Stanley Eguma is the longest serving manager in Nigerian club football at the moment. He's dreaming of coaching the Super Eagles one day.
I've been to the national team before. I think it's a good thing for one to coach in the national team of the fatherland. I've been to the national team before under assistant capacity, national under 23. So, and I think I still also have chance of coaching the national team either in the Pinto or maybe in Super Eagles or any of the categories. It's not really out yet, but as soon as called upon, I will be able to serve fatherland.
Yes, Stanley Eguma, if you recall, that team that did not qualify for London 2012 was assistant to Austin Cerezo Eguavon. That team also had Peter Rufai. That team had Benedict Iroha. That team did not qualify for the Olympics in 2012. The man says he still has that ambition. Very, very soon, names would come out. There's still a problem as to how those names will be picked, as to how those names will be shortlisted. There is no coach for the under-23s, no coach for the under-20s, no coach for the under-17s. Same story for the women's national teams as we await the big names, the big list of coaches. But Stanley Eguma says, one day, I want to coach the Super Eagles.
Yes, Tony. Well, for me, Stanley Eguma is a big coach. When you talk about Nigerian football, a very, very big coach. So for me, I think he has all it takes, Tony. He's a good coach. We know we're a good coach. If he handles the Super Eagles, why not? But for me, everything are turn by turn. You know, for me, the thing we say, I just hope anybody where them pick for these jobs where they vacant for our national teams, make the person to go there and do a good job. That is my own. I don't want to know who they pick. I just wish the person the best of luck. We have a get problem with you, and when they pick you, you know, can't perform.
What about the process of picking?
Well, if any coach we apply for the job, for sure, then get what they look before they pick a coach for national team. You know, NFF, now them know.
If you do meeting.
Now them know. Why they don't do meeting? They're supposed to do meeting now. They will get meeting. What do they do? Now them know. But where my own day be say any coach where them pick, as long as that coach they qualified and the coach will go there, go do a good job, they will go support them.
Okay, let's of course go to the former chairman of the Nigeria Football Federation Technical and Development Committee. He's a barrister. Barrister Christopher Green has come out to question the long period of absence when it comes to members of the technical committee and their meetings. Why are they not meeting? Barrister Green this morning on the Sports Machine.
when I was there, the technical and development committee held more meetings than even any other committee. Because of course, you know that committee is very sensitive, and as well as a lot, they do a lot. They're actually responsible for the development of the game in the country. And so if the technical and development committee is not meeting, then something is wrong somewhere. It then means that you want to stagnate the development of our football in the country, because they are primarily responsible for the development of football in the country. So if they've not been holding meetings, maybe everything has been going well in the federation.
Last time the technical committee of Nigerian football met was January of 2018. The whole of January passed. The whole of 2019 passed. This is 2020. It means that they've not met in 2 years and about 8 months. What are they doing? Is it so difficult for them to meet? One man, of course, who served alongside Barrister Christopher Green in the last dispensation. When you look at the technical committees, also here is a barrister. Barrister Ostel Elumelu is his name, and he's charging them meet periodically. It is very, very important because you have the responsibility of moving Nigeria football forward.
What we used to do is that periodically we have meetings, and we always insisted that the coach should front load his program. We'll go through it, which includes selection of players. We'll go through the profile of the players. Where you bring in a player, look at the player. At times we found out that there were some players who had not even kicked the ball for his club, only training. We used to tell the coaches that, sorry, we don't think that this player will be good enough for us if he has not played any match for his team. It's not as if we are going to force, we lay the facts bare to him.
Manwe Sabi meeting is the problem. When they call for the meeting, they get 135,000 naira every time they meet. But this one, they don't even meet, so you can't even say they're even getting the money unless they say they get the money even though they're not the meet. That's the composition of the NFF technical committee. They're not the meet. They're supposed to meet so that they will shortlist coaches for the available jobs, but they are not meeting. At the end of the day, you now see a long list of coaches. Those coaches will now come, they'll fail. You now say, will now start.
Tony, let's tell ourselves the truth. More talk truth, more tell ourselves the truth now. The truth now be say, all the meetings on the meet since, what did happen? When all the meetings on the meet,
you say they should not be meeting. So somebody just they want to play
No. I didn't say they should not be meeting. But what I'm telling you is, Tony, we need the right people for that position. We need the right people to do the right position. That's what I'm saying. All the meetings on the meet since.
This technical committee has Faniamu. This technical committee has Ladamboso. This technical committee has Victor Ekpeba. This has Garba Lawal.
Can I answer your question?
And this not good people.
Can I answer your question? How united are they? How together? How they take them together and do their work? That is the thing. I don't think where some of them don't call me. They do meeting. They cast themselves. Tony, now the thing. How united are they to do their work and do them effectively? That is the thing.
So what you will do now?
So the truth of the matter be say, see, the truth must be told. We know say wahala dey. Vote for NFF. Every wahala dey. Okay. Some day when I'm at you want okay, when I need to do there. Some day when no one say, and I'm not supposed to be here, and all that too they follow the cause problem. We don't say wahala dey.
That's why they can't meet.
Yes, we don't say wahala dey, Tony. Let's tell ourselves the truth. Let the truth be that, Tony. No, whine me. I don't whine you.
Right, tomorrow now you go hear names. Golden Eagles coach, Flamingos coach. There is somebody just in one room. They write name, they pick. Sports Radio 88.9 Bella FM is still the station. Indeed, this is the Sports Machine. You can get on board this morning. You can take it from the international scene. You can, of course, take it from the local scene. 0700-000889. Those are the numbers to call this morning to be a part of the Sports Machine. Don't forget, we're also live on Facebook. Sports Radio Brila FM is our fan page address. Once you like our page, you can go on to post your comments and your contributions. Manwe Sabi is, of course, here. Where's Barrister Christopher Green? Say, not be so we dey do amo during our time. Ostel Emilio say, not be so we dey do amo during our time. Everybody, they talk their own. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning to you, Anthony Farawara.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you, Manwe Sabi.
I greet you. Good morning, bro.
Yeah, my name is Seriki Dero.
Seriki, go on.
Please, why you know, Manwe Sabi, I beg, make you not just drive, go that side where they go. Because if you just go there, now we go carry stick before they knock you, make you not support them at all.
I don't support anybody. No, I don't support anybody. Like me, I dey vex, sef. I dey vex.
Yeah. The problem is all these people are too sabi, at the end of it, all of them not sabi anything. Why? What thing go hold them not do meeting? What thing the meeting go cause them? Now tell meeting, now imagine for since 2018, this guy never follow go meeting. What is the essence of that technical committee? What is oh God. We tire.
No time. Sports Radio 88.9 FM.
If I shock you now, you
shock me.
See,
Man, wait, shock me.
Even when they do meeting, they don't let others know say meeting day. Now some they go the meeting. Why? Now later others go here say, and all of them they the same committee. Now later others go here say meeting day. They do meeting, but they don't let them know say meeting day. Sometimes they tell them the day of the meeting. They go tell them. They will call them that morning, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock that morning. How you want somebody who they Lagos to call the fly? How you want somebody who they Kaduna who call the drive? They go Abuja Tony. I don't try to talk. But don't mind me, Tony. Leave it like that.
Sports Radio 88.9 Bila FM. Meeting. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Umba Oka.
You know me? Okay, Umba, go on.
Please, I want to know the new coach of Barcelona.
Ronald Koeman. All these people they talk now not concern you. Now Barcelona will concern you. Umba,
yes.
Now one for
yes.
you. Barcelona, okay. Ronald Koeman.
Yes, I'm happy that Mikel is back in England.
Sports Radio 88.9. They talk the two they talk. The two in the hot here. You they talk another thing. We don't answer you. Don't carry us go on another level. Abba 0700000889. Those are the numbers this morning to call to be a part of the sports machine. Yes, I see the hot. Hello, good morning.
Anthony, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
I greet you. Good morning.
Thank you very much. We'll go on the line.
Okay,
yeah. For me, Marita, Chris Bain, seeing the road meeting and doing this, it's not a new thing. Most of them don't hold meeting. They should not go with those roads. They should do the right thing. Even if we cannot do physical meeting, do online meeting. Thank God for technology these days. They should just wake up, do the right thing, and make football good in this nation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sports Radio 88.9 Bila FM is still at the station, and this is the Sports Machine. 0700000889. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. This is not on the line.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, as now we Sabi earlier said, please, even the meeting they are meeting, they don't have unity. That unity is not there. So what is the essence of the meeting? If they are unite, that means there will be schedule of meeting every period.
Very simple.
That is just it. See, sir, let me tell you, Nigerians, it's just everywhere, not just only this sports distance. It's every department of Nigeria. What's it called? I will call it. They are not united. Take a look at our what's it called? People representing us in a federal. Yeah? Always they make themselves up at their meeting.
Okay.
That is just it now.
Okay, Sports Radio 88.9 Bila FM, still the station, and this is the Sports Machine. Don't forget the numbers are 0700000889. We're also live on Facebook. Sports Radio Bila FM is our fan page address. Once you like our page, you can post your comments. You can also watch us live. Hello. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm Kwes, my name.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say something about Stanley Eguma and our league. I think the young man has really tried to make something out of nothing. The league that have been crumbling and wobbling, and the young man is moving here and there, putting his own effort. I want to also say the league management committee and league management board, as they were called, they should give us something fresh. We need a different league. Thank you.
Okay, Sports Radio 88.9 Bila FM. That's of course the dial. Yes, let's see if we can squeeze in a few more calls before we go. Let's take this one. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Tony Momai.
Good morning to you.
If I did, I will greet you, my Barcelona fan.
I greet you, my brother. Good morning.
There's a man named Bishop Efosa, also known as Kokobioku. Tony, I concur with you too. When talk say na Messi be back and Abaka be Messi, no shall be that Messi fan. If Messi come out for back and me follow and come out, so Messi go there. Others will call general there. According to the three when we be talking for that meeting. Now today we know so these people they do wayo. So I don't see whether they do. God they watch there. That's all. Thank you very much, Tony Momema.
Okay, thank you very, very much. Man Wasabi, before you go, Ronald Koeman is said to be the new coach of Barcelona, and Arsene Wenger wants to replace him as the coach of Holland. Ronald Koeman is said to he will discuss terms, how to get out of the contract with Holland, and then you go join Barcelona officially.
Yes, that's a good one. It's a good one. Koeman, ex-player of Barcelona, we all know. Also a very good player during in days. A very, very good player, very good defensive midfielder. We also attack, so a good player. We'll see what team will bring come for Barcelona. I hope they say the whole thing that the whole movement changed from him from his national team position to club position in Barcelona. I just hope maybe the whole team just go through more see what team the fresh ideas and the new thing, the things when he will bring come into Barcelona.
What about Arsene Wenger? You're going to replace him?
Arsene Wenger going to replace him is also a good one because for me, he's a good coach. I really want to see Tony. You know the truth. I really want to see Arsene Wenger. I want to see him right now the way he be now. I want to see him coach national team. I want to see how he will be.
He's 70.
Yes, I want to see how he will be when the coach national team. I want to see how he will do. Whether he will do well or not. But I know say him now that coach will always be positive. He always do well anywhere when he go. I don't like for you because he's a good coach. Whether anybody likes it or not, Arsene Wenger is a good coach, So I wish him all the best. I also wish Koeman all the best.
Okay, he says he's wishing both coaches the very best. Koeman would leave Holland and go join Barcelona. Arsene Wenger wants to replace him as a coach over the Dutch national team. That's how we want to wrap it up this morning on the Sports Machine. Many thanks to you out there for being part of our morning. Man Way Sabi Football, Ifeanyi Chukwu Vitalis Udeze was here. Sharafa Akani Bello was here. Josh Ike Okoli was here. Mohamed Saliu, Yinka Oyedele were also here. My name is Anthony Bekederma. We'll do it again. Same time, same station. Yes, right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brila FM.